Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Claws Season 3, Episode 8. You guys, we only have 2 more episodes after this, and I am really worried for the show. I do not know if they are going to be renewed. I have been keeping an eye on their viewership numbers, and first season was 2.5 million viewers. Second season was 1.5 million viewers, and all of this season, pretty much with the exception, I think, of the first episode, they've not been able to break 1 million views. So they're somewhere around 800,000 views, give or take some, which is still not bad, but I just have a feeling that if their numbers continue to drop, that TNT is not going to see the benefit of the show. And I still haven't lost hope for the show, you guys, but it ain't looking all that promising. Anyway, you guys, the review. Let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, so Arlene is gone. Is Desna next? Okay, we got the professor there from the Triad. He's just killed Arlene, and damn it, he gonna kill Mac, Melba, and Desna unless they can get him, you know, his $3 million that's owed to the Triad. You got till tomorrow. Desna's all frantic, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do about Arlene? This is going to kill Anne if she finds out. They can't worry too much about Arlene right now, though, okay, because their lives are on the line, too. So Desna leaves, you know, I guess she's trying to come up with some sort of plan. Mac want to run. Okay, and Melba says, nope, we can't run without Dean winning that Mahjong contest. You know, we got to get that money first, and then we can get the hell on. Okay, so Melba still wants to stick to the plan. Desna goes and tells Polly and Roller that Arlene is dead and how, you know, she's, oh, this is really going to kill Anne. What are we going to do, you know? Well, she feels like they can't tell Anne because if they do, then she's going to be all mad and, you know, she's going to want revenge and she's going to end up getting herself killed. Okay, so keep this shit under wraps. But then here we go with Desna. You know, it's all my fault. I got you guys involved. And I was just like, it's always all your fault. You always get everybody involved. You never think about the long-term consequences. You get people killed left and right, Desna. All the time. Why are you so shocked? So she's all fresh out of ideas. She don't know what to do, but she got to get to this $3 million. So she puts Polly back on Joe. Okay, try to figure that angle out. And Roller tells her that, you know, we're going to go over to Uncle Daddy and see what Uncle Daddy can do. I'm thinking to myself, like, Uncle Daddy? You think Uncle Daddy just got $3 million laying around? Jumping over to Jen and Bryce, you know, they feeling themselves because the video of the fight, you know, with the racist, or I'm sorry, the nationalist. Okay, that's gone viral. Okay, so they true badasses. When they leaving, they walking out to their car, they see that the nationalists have spray painted race traitors. And oh, it looks like that they found themselves in the crosshairs of the nationalists. Brenda comes, she wants to help. Jennifer says no. Okay, don't worry about it. We got this. And while Brenda's out there talking to Jen, we see Uncle Daddy. He's watching from the window. You can tell that he's got love in his heart for Brenda. Toby walks up though and was just like, what you looking at that old broke down skank anyway, you know? And he was like, you know, I already made my decision, telling Toby this. And Toby not with it. So I was just like, oh, Uncle Daddy, you done made an enemy out of Toby. And this is not going to be good news for Brenda in the long run. Now, Desna and Roller make it down there, and Uncle Daddy was like, the Triads, are you fucking crazy? Oh, no, ain't nobody. You might as well sign your own death certificate. Okay, they don't only just kill you, but they kill your whole family. How you got your ass all wrapped up with them? They was like, you ain't got $3 million. He said, do you think I'd be in this fucking dump if I had $3 million? That's the same thing I was thinking. And then to add to their troubles, here come the nationalists. They're out in the parking lot. It looks like they've looked up Jen and Bryce and, you know, figured that they'd be over there at the clinic. So they show up at the clinic, you know, all with they tiki torches lit, their bull horns, and they yelling out to Jen and Bryce and all of this. I'm just like, okay. Now they got these damn crazy ass racist people on their tails as well. All right, and right when it looks like they're about to come and really, you know, wreak havoc on the clinic, the police come and it's just like, prom, you know, move it on along, and then nothing to see here. I'm thinking to myself, like, you just tell them to go when you see this mad, angry mob outside of a business establishment. Child craziness. Desna can't worry about it though, because she still got to get to this $3 million. She still got to make sure that Ann is safe. She got to figure out how she gonna tell her about Arlene, all of that. And speaking of Ann, she's having a dream about Arlene. You know, it's all get out to fight, and you see Arlene. She's reaching for Ann, but it's in the darkness, and she's kind of falling into the abyss, and Ann can't reach her and all that. So it's an omen. She wakes up at a start. She knows something's wrong, so she calls Desna, and she tells her that she knows that something is wrong. You know, she wants to go and look for her at the casino, and Desna was just like, no, you can't go to the casino. You know, the Triad is there. It's not safe. All right, just stay there. Let me handle this. And when she hangs up, Ann was like, fuck that. She's still going. I was like, yeah, Desna, do you really think Ann is just going to sit and stay put? The muscle? No. Now, what we going to do about McCall? How we going to get this money to them? Okay, Uncle Daddy was just like, you know, we're going to take these mofos out. Y'all get the 411 on old boy that's leading this cause. Well, his name is Chad Beauregard. And seems that Chad has a big amount of collector's item that has anything to do with the Confederacy, the Confederate Army, you know, just that whole, all of that. So, you know, they come up with a plan that they gonna rob Chad Beauregard. Desna goes to tell Mac and Melba, and we think that they ain't gonna be with it, but you know what, they are with it, because they've had their own racist run-in with Chad Beauregard and got kicked out of a party or something because of Mac's, you know, because Mac was a Native American. So they all for it. Let's get that ass. So we got a plan, no matter how silly it is. Now we see Ann. She goes to the casino. She goes up to Dean. You know, have you seen Arlene? He said he saw her earlier. She was going back to Mac and Melba's office. Now she's rushing off to go see if she can find out something along that trail. And when she walks away, we see old Killer, the professor. He's sitting up there playing mahjong with Dean. All right. Oh, what's wrong with her? And Dean says, oh, you know, she's just worried about her girlfriend. You know, she's pregnant, you know, yada, yada, yada. Being regular Dean, talking way too much, giving way too much information. Ann calls Polly, and she's telling Polly, like, something's up here because, you know, I can't find Arlene. And I called Desna to ask her if she knew anything about it. And she said she didn't. I mean, is she lying? And, you know, Polly's like, no. Desna would never lie to you. Kind of tries to throw Ann off of the scent, but Anna's still trying to figure this whole thing out. Polly can't talk because she's in the trunk of Joe's car. You know, he comes and opens it up, and he's like, well, you know, what are you doing back there? Oh, you know, hey, baby. Joe has the bright idea that he's going to kill Patel because Patel has information on everybody. Everybody could go to jail. He could snitch, and everybody's lives would be over. Polly tells him, all right, well, if he going to do that, then she going too. And even though he tries to tell her that she can't go, no, Polly's going. This is part of their whole little shtick. But right when they're about to go into this warehouse that we find out has a sex dungeon on the inside, a woman pulls up on like a moped. So I guess they're going to wait out the woman and let her go in there. When the lady comes out, then they're going to go in there and they're going to get to Patel. And they're going to make it look like he committed suicide. Now, the next day, we see Uncle Daddy and Melba and Roller. Okay? They go over to Chad Beauregard's house. And, you know, they're all Southern charm and hospitality, you know, pearl necklaces and seersucker suits. And they're talking to Chad about, oh, the 3 big black men that are in the neighborhood doing carjackings. You know, they want to talk to Chad as, you know, the neighborhood watch. And Chad says, you know what, let me get you some iced tea and we're going to sit down and talk. They're the distraction for Bryce, Jennifer, Virginia, and Desna, who are going to get in there and get to this memorabilia, right? I'm thinking to myself, like, I know Uncle Daddy ain't got no more fucking money, but he ain't got none of his loyal crew that can go in there and do some shit. Why you got the bumbling, the Keystone cops in there trying to get the I said, child, this fixing it. This ain't gonna go well. Okay. So, they're distracting Chad. Desna and them are in there trying to get some shit. There's a whole bunch all over the house. They see some gold bars stacked up in a little case. And that is their ticket there. He just has it sitting out, millions of dollars worth of gold bars he just has sitting out. It's just foolishness. All right. But like I said, Uncle Daddy and Melba and Roller are all things that Chad says that he is as well. You know, he likes them so much that he wants to invite them to, you know, become a part of their group. You know, they don't wear robes anymore. They just wear red hats. that probably say "Make America Great Again" on the front. I love the way that they did that. So now while they're all in there trying to break in and get to the shit, of course Chad has staff there, and the maid hears them. So she gets out the shotgun. She gonna shoot everybody. They don't put this shit down. Okay, well, Virginia comes up from behind her and clocks her over the head and knocks her ass out. They break the case and get the bars, and along with all of the stuff, and they're about to successfully rob Chad. Well, Chad is outside and he's waiting on his iced tea like, what is taking the lady so long? Okay, y'all just wait a minute, let me go get it. You know, they try to stop him, but he says, no, I'll be right back. When he walks in the house, he sees the Keystone cops rushing out the back door. Okay, oh, hell, fuck no, bitch. Okay, so he go get his gun that he got hidden around the house and he starts shooting at him. Okay, now it's time to get away. All right, Mac comes in to get away the big truck. And they all run to the truck, and Chad comes and he shoots Mac right in the chest, like right in the heart. You see a little circle there, and they're all trying to like, get the hell on, get on, go. Okay, Mac can't go, and Melba's worried about Mac. Okay, but they press their foot on the gas and they steer and they get the hell on. Now, jumping back over to Ann, she goes over to Arlene's job, and she wants to know if, you know, where Arlene is, and one of her co-workers is like, oh, you must be Ann. Okay, finally get to put a name with the face. Come on outside, can I talk to you for a second? As soon as she said come on outside, I was like, this bitch about to lie. Sure enough, she gets out there and she says, oh, you know, it was the very last minute, but I had to put Arlene on this undercover detail, and she probably just hadn't had a chance to tell you anything, but she had to go right away. And Anna's just like, oh, okay. And she says, but don't worry, everything is fine. So when Ann leaves, we see the lady call Professor the Killer, and she tells him that Ann was there, and he was like, okay, well, you know, she come back with some shit, you know, go on and pop off and take care of her. In the meantime, he's there making fast friends with Dean. Had even taken a picture with Dean at the mahjong table and sends it on to Desna once he finds out that Desna is his sister. And that was all going on while Desna's over there robbing Chad Beauregard. Okay, so now Desna's real worried because now Professor the Killer got his good eye on Dean too. But like I said, they can't worry about that right now because they had got to get some help for Mac. So they rush to the clinic, and you know, they got Mac. He's all bleeding, and they rush him inside, and he's on the ground. And Dr. Kim was just like, you know, what do you want me to do? You know, Melba was like, do something. And he was like, it's not an emergency room. Like, what do you want me to do? And she said, well, why are we here? And Dr. Kim was like, I don't know why you're here. I thought we was going legit. Like, he's confused. And of course, Melba's all frantic and do something about my husband. And actually, you guys, this was probably some of the best acting that I have seen this season on Claws, is when Mac died and Melba almost had a fucking, I mean, she had a fit on that floor. She was trying to get everybody to help, and everybody was just kind of looking, and you could tell, even with all of the shit that Mac and Melba has done to them, everybody felt bad for her. She was just like, wait a minute, you know, come on, baby, get up, you know, help him, please help him, somebody tell, you know, I was just like, oh, Melba. Now, I never thought I would be on Melba's side, but I felt so bad for Melba at that moment. Okay, the love of her life is dead, bleeding out on the ground. And once again, Desna has somebody else's blood on her hands. You guys know she's been having blood on her hands. She's been seeing it on her hands throughout the show. Well, you should, Desna. You get everybody fucking killed. Now, let's jump over to Dean. That Dean misses his Virginia. He got a Virginia look-alike in the well, that was Christina Milian, wasn't she? She comes over to his place at the hotel, I mean at the casino, and I guess she acts as if she is Virginia. Okay, and they don't have sex. Oh no, they just talk, you know, they organize trail mix. He sits and watch her check her Instagram, you know, all the things that Virginia does. Okay, he wants her to say oh crrr, and the girl's like, I can't do that. You know, she's got the long hair, blonde hair, you know, just the way out, ghetto-fied outfits. And I was just like, oh, Dean, go get your girl back. You over here trying to be with the fake Virginia when the real one wants to be with you, stubborn ass. Anne is at her wit's end. She's calling Arlene. She was like, you know, I know something is wrong. I've been by your place. They say you're undercover, but you don't have any clothes are gone. You can't just be disappearing like this. I need you to call me. You know, we're about to have a baby. What happens if, you know, something happens to the baby and I need to get in touch with you? You know, call me as soon as you can. And then we see Polly, who's on her stakeout with Joe. And when the lady finally leaves on her moped, you know, they go in there and they get into a fight with Patel, and they suffocate, they kill him. Polly is just so relieved, she's crying. We think she's upset, and she says no, she's happy because she's been afraid of the darkness all of her life. You know, all of the craziness that's gone on with her and her multiple personality and all of that, you know, it's just made her just be really afraid of the dark. But now she can look into the dark and she's happy, you know, and it doesn't scare her anymore. And I was just like, this is such a twisted conversation. But why wouldn't it be when Polly's involved, you know? And then we find out that Polly actually is in love with Joe, which I think we already knew. But when she says it, I was just like, oh, Polly, this is not going to be good. I mean, are they going to pull Joe into the fold? Is Desna and them gonna go for that? I don't know about that. Now, with all of the excitement that's gone on, Uncle Daddy has had a change of heart. So he goes and tells Brenda he just can't hurt Toby like that. He's trying to become a better person. And Brenda had already pretty much knew that this is what it was gonna become. So he's like, you know, you can go on and keep the dildo that you had, but you know, I pretty much want to be with Toby. And I was thinking to myself, like, you better get that news to Toby with the quickness, okay? Because Brenda might be dead by the end of that day if Toby gets around to it. Brenda ain't gonna make it to season 4 if there is one, you guys. And then lastly, Melba and Desna go back to the casino and they see Professor the Killer there, and they drag in the loot. They tell him that the gold is worth $1 million a bar alone, so this should be enough. You know, he's like, well, where's Mac? Melba was like, he's dead. All right, and Melba's still crazy with grief and mad and wants to kill somebody, and I guess she thought she was gonna kill Professor the Killer, and I was like, girl, don't do that. You know, Desna, thank God she was there and stopped her. She just tells her to go on and let her handle this. And so when she leaves, McCall seems to be happy with it. You know, Professor the Killer, they're gonna be happy with what they got. However, now Melba is the loose cannon, okay? She's in grief. You already know how this is gonna turn out, so he was just like, she gotta go. And Desna was like, well, when was you gonna do it? He was like, that's where you're wrong, baby. This, you gonna do it. And if you don't do it, then you gonna be dead too. And I guess you can go on and throw Dean in that mix as well. So now Desna's just like, Lord, another person that she got to do something to. She walks out of the damn room. She's in the casino. She's like in a trance, in a daze. She's got blood all over her. Okay, and she's walking and everybody is watching her looking like, what is going on with the crazy woman? There ain't nobody ran up to her and been like, ma'am, are you okay? Is everything okay? Okay, they just kind of looking out the side of their eye like, what's this? She walks out, she goes on home, she gets her blanket, she lays on the couch with the blood all over now, and Anne is there. Okay, where is Arlene? I've been calling, she hasn't answered. You know, I know you know something, Desna. I can tell when you're lying. You know, what happened? Please tell me what happened. Tell me what happened. So Desna's like, I'm sorry, you know, Arlene is dead. Oh, this was some more good acting. That Anne had a fit. Like, no. You know, they had just gotten married. They went to City Hall and they made it official. And now her wife is gone and she's crying. She's breaking down to the ground. I said, oh my God. Child, this was a whole lot of death in this episode. And it actually felt real sad for everybody involved. I don't know how Anne is going to be after this. Either she is going to be ready to kill or she is just going to be completely lost. I hope she's not completely lost. But boy, Desna has made a mess of things once again. Y'all, it's Desna's fault. Y'all know it. Alright, you guys, let me get off of here and get on back to work. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.